Nice little city. Used to be real small about 20, 30 years ago. Not very much anymore. Give you little details on it. 2022 population Keller showed 45,252. 2010 was 39,827. So it's a growing area. It's a nice area. You got businesses, lots of recreation, lots of schools, 5 high schools now. I've been here for one.
Just located about another 10, 15 miles north of downtown Fort Worth.
Yeah. Close to the airport, DFW Airport, close to Alliance Airport. There's Love Fields in Dallas, that's a little further out. Beecham Airport, more of a private airport. It's all probably within about 10, 15 miles of each other from this point.
About, yeah.
So it's there's no bus service, no train service. You'd have to go to the North Crescent Hills to hop that train to go to Fort Worth or Dallas. Grapevine.
But it's not that far.
No, everything's like
It's pretty close.
got good roads, really good roads. They keep them up. This used to be one lane each way up to about 20 years ago. This is Denton Highway, 377. And we're heading northbound at the moment. We're into Keller, a lot of businesses you can see, a lot of restaurants. And this area is still growing. I'll tell you about this. It's about this is more of a younger area. It's got 53.8% of the people here are between the age of 18 and 65. So there's a lot of younger people moving into the area. People 65 and over are 14.1%. That's your baby boomers, which we can relate to that. Under 5 years of age, 4.8%. Okay, race-wise, white people 85.5%, black 2.4%, Hispanic 10.1%, Asian 5.3%. So, but there's a good mix all in there. Good people. They don't, educated. Okay, housing owner occupied is 82.8. U.S. average is 64.5. So you're looking at about what 16.7% there. Owner value homes 425,000 and up. I promise you, that's an up on there.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, you might find some under that.
But not much.
Not much. Most of the homes in the major parks were started in the early 80s and up. And there are some still homes that are probably from we'll drive by some of them. 50s, 60s, 70s. That's for Keller, and this north part of Fort Worth here started growing. Average mortgage $2,864 a month and up. That's not counting your taxes and your insurance. Thank God I don't got to pay that. Average rent for a one bedroom is $1,760. Man,
You don't think that,
my first house payment was $230.
you don't think that $2,800 mortgage payment includes insurance and property taxes?
No. No, you get these 5, 6 homes. This is when it does say there's no whatchamacallit.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Synthetic oil. This guy likes synthetic oil. Hey, it makes your car last longer. That's what I've heard. Oh, education here. High school graduation. 96.4% graduate high school. U.S. average 88.9%. So that's 7.3% higher. People with a bachelor's degree or higher, 58.3%. National average is 53.7%. So that's up about 2.5-3% something there. Transportation up 28.3 minutes. They got down as an average, but I don't know, man. It's according to where you work at. You got Keller's right close to Watauga, Hobby City, North Crescent Hills. North, going to like a Trophy Club, and going back to the east, you got your South Lake, your Grapevine, your Colleyville, and I'd say if you have to go anywhere into Fort Worth or something in that area, you're probably looking at 45 minutes to an hour, based on what time of the day you go. Because where I worked at, 7 miles from where I live, with no traffic, it would take me 20 minutes because of all the red lights.
Yeah.
23 red lights. I counted them. If I go a different way, it's 22. Big deal.
And right now we're gonna drive through and show you a couple of residential streets, what the median house looks like.
Yeah, and how they've kept up. You see how people kept their yards up, their property, or let it fall apart. Now, there's really nothing seen like that here. This is the Keller Municipal Center. This is where like the water company and all that. Now, go straight. Right, they were in the late 80s, early 90s. Nice homes. Values are 350 to 450, I'd say at least. Nice course. The street needs a little work, but it's not too bad. Nice home on the left. There's a lot of really nice homes. There are starting to be a lot of retirees, but I know this neighborhood, and
you can tell with all the trees, it's an over-established.
Yes, that's another good point. Trees, exactly right. So you don't have all the new trees. I love trees, but they are so darn expensive to keep trimmed. If you ever get one cut down, my gosh almighty, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 based on how tall it is. And some of these homes are also like 80s, kept up. Like I say, look at the trees. It's that and about. This man's got real estate experience. Nice homes here, kept up. Especially looking at the buildings. But no, this is a nice neighborhood. It's quiet. Never. The worst thing they have is 4th of July and New Year's. They like to get out and pop firecrackers, but they would do it every year and they don't hurt nobody.
Now you probably noticed now this is the August, and if you've kept up with weather, it's been very hot and dry down here in Texas this summer, and so you see a lot of brown yards because we've been in the 105 plus degrees for at least 30, 40 days out of this summer.
I've heard that the record was 26. 30, 40 days over 100. We're at something like that, over 100.
So it's been really hot. So that's why you do see a lot of brown in the yards.
This is hotter than normal, but it happens. A few years back, there's times you go through and you wouldn't get 100 degrees yet late July. But it's just El Nino thing, I think they call it. Look at Phoenix, 110 degree up, so about 30 days.
Something, but over the next several years, I don't see it really getting any better.
No, I don't either. What have we destroyed of this earth? Trying to put back now, but probably about 200, 300 years too late.
Yeah, you know that humans are the biggest predator for the planet.
That is for darn sure.
We'll tear everything up.
Also, they got water restrictions here in Keller. This area is twice a week, and it has to be after 6 o'clock. My wife's really big on that stuff. I don't know why we water the weeds, but yeah, well, whatever. Yesterday she was watering the roof. So the roof don't need cleaning. These homes here are probably early 80s, maybe some late 70s in this area. Maybe they're kept up really, really well. Driveways resurfaced. I didn't know you could do that. Found out on YouTube.
What?
You resurface your driveway without taking part. I never heard of it.
I don't either.
I was looking at $5,000 to $8,000 to get it replaced. I think
$2,000.
yes. looking at you. This is still the same neighborhood we've been in for a while. This area here on the right, they've got it set up for commercial property zoning is, because I saw something on it on the Keller website. They've come in, they've done a lot of sewer work and all this over this area, toward this whole area up underneath. So it's ready, and probably within 5 years, or it's going to be 10 years there, it's going to be full. I don't know. Specific use permit requested. Okay, somebody's checking it out. Now we're going to take you to Keller Sportsplex. This is a really, really nice ball fields for youth. Because
just on the north end of this neighborhood we've been driving around in.
It's just
walking distance.
Yes. I mean, yeah, you can walk. They got a park down here, Bear Creek Park, which we'll get more on that later. It starts back in this area, and I think it goes 8 miles of trail, something like in that area. Then they got parks on the way, got really nice paths. There's a little creek here called Bear Creek, is where the name comes from, Bear Creek Street. And they 1 year it flooded, and they went there and they widened it. So here on your left, this is where the KYA, Keller Youth Association kids play ball. They play baseball, t-ball, soccer, football, and these are some nice fields. They even had a rodeo arena back there. I still don't know if they still use that, but they did for a while. Yeah, this now on the right here, they got soccer fields and stuff. I've been out here many times.
So you can imagine during the weekend.
Oh yeah,
it probably gets pretty busy back here.
You come down here, you're exactly right. You come around the weekend, especially get into fall. My goodness,
a lot of city leagues playing games, but
a lot of soccer and football going on, and they still play baseball too. But it's a really, really nice fields, and they maintain them great. I mean, Keller is probably your more middle income types, upper middle.
I'd say upper middle class, middle upper class.
And have no trouble. I've only almost gotten to one fight up here all my life. The police officer came and arrested the guy before it happened. He just mouthed off. I can only be nice so long. Now these fields are great. You know, if you're looking for your children to get to have some activities, this is it. I mean, and if you join in the association, it's not that expensive. I can't remember the years ago, to about age 10 or 11, based on the sport. This is really, really great.
Some of it can be expensive. My daughter's kids are in t-ball and baseball. They were surprised at how much they had to pay out of pocket for that.
How much is that?
$200 or $300 by the time they go in and buy all their equipment, baseballs, softballs, baseball bats.
Yeah, ours was about like $200 or $300 around. He went into football.
Bags to carry everything in, so you can be like all the other kids.
Well, you drop it over $200 pretty quick.
So it's kind of expensive.
That's the first time. If you follow that 1 year, you can probably still use the same stuff next year.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, bats, gloves, and all that.
Just getting into it. The starting cost.
My son
can be a little pricey.
He actually played football in this area, and he was 10 years old, 11. And he's pretty tall back then, probably about 5'8". They had to go to TCU, Texas Christian University College, to get him a helmet to fit his head. We actually still got that helmet. We had to pay for that helmet. It was like $175.
Oh, Lordy.
Because it's a special helmet. Okay, now we're on what they call Golden Triangle. We're heading to they have a really, really, really nice memorial for Veterans Memorial up here on the left-hand side.
I forgot to write the roads.
Talk about 40 miles on it. This is what they call this. Actually, this street here is Golden Triangle. Golden Triangle. A lot of it's Keller and Fort Worth. Right across from Keller Parkway.
Yeah, there's like 3 names for this street.
Yeah, because you go down and get into South Lake and it becomes South Lake Boulevard. Okay, here on the right as we're turning is the Veterans Memorial. Sure. I'm going to come up here and probably do a little bit of show you a little bit of it. We'll take a little break in the action here for a minute, but we'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere now, you. I've actually never been to this one.
I really pass it all the time.
Yeah. Folks, we're going to be driving around a little bit in the northern part of Keller. Homes. Like I say, they've got plenty of schools. They got some really good schools. They got one school that's actually on Fort Worth property. I haven't figured this out. But it's Keller School District. Central.
Central, yep.
Well, it's like a prison. Me and my son used to call that. My wife goes, "Isn't that like a prison?" Found out the guy who actually was the architect for it used to design prisons.
Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. So it looked like a prison. I felt that way when I went to school. Look at northern part
like
here.
You're in prison?
Sometimes. I graduated in 9th grade. Told me they weren't teaching me nothing.
You told me about that.
Yeah. Got my GED. I used to think I was smart. Now you get older, you know, you don't know jack.
Johnson.
Not this.
The next one.
Oh. Yeah, it used to fool me too. Got the appliance place. They got a lot of nice little shops. We'll show you a little later. They got what they call Old Town Keller. A lot of shops, restaurants, antique stores. Nice here. Now we're taking the right here on this Johnson Street. Actually, we'll end up going by the library, Senior Citizen Center. I've heard they got one of the best senior citizen centers there. I had an individual in South Lake tell me they come here because it's better than there.
Oh, heck, I might have to come check it out.
Yeah, no joke. The crowd was like 100 something a year. I was like, I'll check it out.
Huh.
But I had no idea about it.
Keller Elementary.
Yep, Keller Elementary School. That school hasn't been around too long. It's less than, what, 10, 12 years ago. And this street here, you see how nice the street is? The homes are, what would you say, 70s?
70s.
Yeah.
Be my guess.
They were here before the houses I knew were built. And here on the left, now we're talking about $500,000 plus homes.
Yeah, newer part of town.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to dig deep. That $2,800 a month rent don't sound cheap. Now this. You're the one that has trouble shoveling. I have the arm hand.
Oh,
and I don't get the medication for it no more.
That's not good.
No, got nerve damage playing football in high school, and it didn't affect me until like 15 years later. And they tell me it's too late.
Can't do nothing now.
No. I know how to pretty much control it, but sometimes I can't help it. Let's see, household income here. The median household income is $149,822. The U.S. average is $69,021. Per capita, 67,203. Library.
Keller Public Library.
Nice library. Been here a couple times. They just got through doing some remodel on it 3 years ago. See, they're still building homes.
Yeah, new houses going in.
Popping up. I can say, for example, I know
starting at 1.1 million.
Really, 1.1 million. Wow, I didn't see that. Well, here's the high school. So I guess you're gonna drop that guy. Like 1.1 million. Yeah, about that. School zone. Yeah, we gotta remember, folks. There is school zone season again. It is August. watch out. Because they what? I know in law enforcement, when it first happens, they will patrol these areas like crazy. So they know you're going to think about it, and they're going to get some nice tickets out of it. Take my word for it. Let's see, poverty rate, 3.5%. U.S. average, 11.6%. So it's 8.1% below the national average. Another, just a quick fact here, Westlake, Texas is just a little north of Keller. It's a small little town, and it hasn't started growing yet. Keller provides first responder services to it.
Oh no, road is closed.
Oh, they closed the road. I didn't do anything to it. Oh, you're at Roost Snow. I don't know where we're at. Yeah, they do all the first responder service to it. Keller PD, ambulance service, fire. Police department's pretty good. Of course, I've been pulled over a few times, but they've been cool with me about it. Of course, I knew why they pulled me over the times they pulled me over. Nope, late night. I went to the post office about 4 in the morning and dropped off a couple bills and things. And I took a left. I didn't realize there was a policeman behind me, and I pulled into the middle lane. Okay, let me teach you something right here. When you take a left or right turn, you got to turn into the closest lane to the median or the street. You can't turn into the middle lane. It's actually against the law. Motor vehicle code.
Go straight.
Yeah.
Go straight.
Go for town center lane.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You have to turn into the closest lane. You can't turn into the middle lane. That's where everybody does it. But if you're late at night and you're on the street alone, or there's a car in the area, don't turn in the middle lane. Because he said, I knew why he pulled me over. He pulled me over to see what I was doing at the post office at 4 o'clock in the morning. And they get the run you checked, and they get a lot of good felony arrests that way.
You used to be a police officer.
I know what to do. And he come up and told me why he pulled me over. Most people would argue with him, but I knew he was right. It's in the motor vehicle code. You can't. But like I say, everybody does it. But well, you got pulled over once because 4 o'clock in the morning you didn't turn your turn signal on, didn't you?
No, I think because a light was out on the back end.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's another one. They usually give you a.
Right after I got that Trans Am, I think they're pulling me over just because of the car.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Some kid in a car.
Yep. Like they pulled over my son and his friends once, and took them all out of the car, and I said, why did they have to take you all out of the car? And then they searched the car, and I said, did y'all give permission? And he said, they just did it. And I said, you can't do that. If they found anything, it'd be called what's fruit of the poisonous tree. They couldn't use it. Or unless it's a dead body, and that's everything.
Illegally obtained evidence says how that'll get thrown out.
Yeah, so they got fruit of the poisonous tree. Now, he's going over here to check out their
The Keller Town Center.
Their little town center is up here. Nice area. On the right here, we got some restaurants, movie eatery. Pretty nice. I've been there. I just don't like people walking up to me while I'm trying to watch a movie. Like, I don't know if I want anything. No. Maybe if you want to sneak something in there, you can't sneak anything in there because they'll catch you. And movie theaters make the majority of their profits off their concessions. They don't get much off the movies. But I can understand. Here on the right now, we're starting with the Keller Town Center. It's got the, it's nice, it's real nice. I go in there and vote. That's the only reason I go. We got a water department over there too. Anything city government is right over in that area.
Well, your government house and courthouse?
Yes, that's it. It's all one shop. Okay, here we got a little area here. This nice little area. They got apartments. And right by a bunch of restaurants, a Tom Thumb, a Kroger, right across the street from each other. Now these here, somebody I know checked into a 1-bedroom that started about $25. And like I say, my first house payment was $230 a month. My next house payment was only a little over $1,000 a month, and that was including the insurance and taxes. Of course, after a certain amount of years, it's $1,500. So taxes go up, insurance goes up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, your property is valued at $300 and X number of $1,000. I go, really? Yep, that's why you're paying more taxes on it. What? I only paid $90,000 for it.
Oh.
Just here on the right is a walking trail, bike trail, part of Bear Creek Park. It looks like a sidewalk, which it is that too. But the park is really, really nice. They got a big park. They play sports up there in that Bear Creek Park as well.
Yeah, this walking trail, what, about 5 miles or so? Goes all the way from here back over to the
Where we started at.
sports complex we went through.
Yeah, it's nice. They put a lot of money in this thing, and they upkeep. The city takes care of it really, really well.
All the walking trails are paved, so biking, walking, whichever suits your fancy.
It's nice. You got over here on the right, you got picnic spots, plenty of parking. I mean, it's just, I think it's a great area to live in, which reasonably.
Now these homes that we're driving through right now, I'm sure are over $1 million.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with that. There's a house, if we get back to it, on Bear Creek. It's right across from the park. Some guy had it special built, and I forgot how many millions of dollars he put into it. Something happened, and he lost it, or something. He died. Just when they got it finished. And it sat there for years, and then somebody's been redoing it again. It's really weird. Right there, like by the school down there on Bear Creek in the park.
Yeah.
They put some money in that though.
Did you want to drive over by the park?
Yeah, we got one. Now, these are nice homes, like you say, though. You're looking big and deep, but if you're making $200,000 a year, that's probably might be able to afford it, because it's $5,000, $60,000. You're looking at about almost, what about 27% of your salary? And the average what used to be 30%.
Yeah.
So if you're making $100,000 a year, you're screwed.
Very nice area. Lots of property.
Yeah, a lot of room for growth in this area.
You're not in one of those communities where your houses are built right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Pretty spread out.
Yeah, you got some distance. You can actually pass gas and they won't hear it. At least I hope they don't. I've known them a long time. They're great people. There's one neighbor that lives next to us. Another couple across the street, been there well over 25 years. Next door, they've been there 37 or 38 years. Watch your children grow up. One became a school teacher, one became a SWAT officer. Started out in the FD, now he's with the PD. Good guy, really good guy. Actually, I'm really proud of both of them. Yeah, still proud of my son. So, he's had some turmoils in life, and he did it over his own. And he still listens to Papa sometimes. Because in the past, I told him what was fixing to happen, he didn't believe me. And I said, oh, maybe you do know what you're talking about. I got special training. Now, a lot of what I used to know, I don't remember no more. Like watching people and stuff, I can do sad. Anybody ever wonder why a police officer goes into a restaurant or something, they sit up back against the wall where they're looking at everything coming in? Think about that.
Yeah, look where they're sitting.
Oh, there's that nearly. I didn't know they're building that. Oh, these homes here would be $1 million plus easy. That's some real nice. I mean, these are some beautiful homes. You see, they even downtown, the old town Keller, they landscape, lots of nice landscaping.
So yeah, we are still in Keller, so you can see that there's quite a bit of a spread on the spectrum from one end, from the lower income to the high income.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
I have a problem with all this space. If you got 5 or 6 kids, they don't do that no more. Not many people. I got a picture of my great-grandpa standing in front of a barn with his wife and 10 kids. Okay, they did that for a reason, so you get cheap labor. Nowadays, tell you about you have children to grow up. Do you ever stop worrying about them?
No.
They have grandchildren. Now you got something else to be concerned about. Like Greg here, his daughter waited. Got her bachelor's degree and then he got married.
I didn't do a thing with it. Worked in that field for like maybe a year.
I remember when she was going, I asked him, I said, what are you going to do if she gets her diploma and then she gets married and has kids? Because I'm going to kill her. Well, I guess if she worked a year into it. But now she's doing great. Got a great husband. He's a grandpa. I'm a grandpa. I actually see my daughter every now and then, my grandchildren. That's from a previous marriage. That's a whole different story. I messed that one up.
Yeah.
Working college took too much time out of me.
A lot of us have been down that road.
Yeah, we went down that road too. I've been married now 38 years almost.
Oh man, I've been single for 22 years.
I guarantee you, if I ever got single again, I would not, because I would not find anybody to take her to be her. She's like a woman. She got little bad points, but I'm not an angel myself. We're still in Keller, folks. Let you know about it. We're heading back down here toward Bear Creek. Show you the park. Another place they do sports. That first place we showed was for the KYA, Keller Youth Association. And a lot of this here is parks, and they have events, movies out at night once a month. You just have to look it up on the website. They have something every week usually going on down here. Friday, Saturday night, something like that. They even have Lions Club. There's something to join.
They have their own little water park up here too.
Yeah, you remember right. They got pool, workout, everything. Keller Point.
It's all right here. Moving
Yep.
to Texas or moving up in this area, this is a nice place to check out.
Absolutely, because you got everything there. You got grocery stores, you got plenty of shopping.
If you can afford it.
Yeah, I can afford it. Perfect. Best not get too materialistic. Take that from a materialistic person. Well, I got collectibles, that's different. I got value. But that's going to be another show. And here on the right, we got Bear Creek Elementary. On the left, we got where our park is. Starting the walking trails are still there. This is a total different area. Not the ones we showed you earlier.
But it's still connected with the walking trail.
And it goes on and on. It's about 5-6 miles.
From one end to the other, yeah.
And they're well, I mean, it is kept up really, really great.
Farmers market down here
Yes.
every weekend almost.
Farmers market, yeah. There's motorhomes here on the right. We're right now about 300, I think.
Yeah, I'd say probably close to 4.
This one on the right here, this guy that built this up, did all this work. Let me get out. On the left, you still got your Bear Creek. Now you're coming up on that park, the actual park area, a large area here on the left. Well, our left. I don't know why you're right.
Soccer field.
A lot of soccer fields. They do like a lot of events out here. I've seen food trucks out here. There's just so much to do there, and you're so close to other places. North Richmond Hills, you got the trains. Take you from Dallas to Fort Worth. That's what, 10 miles away from here?
Well, it's not even that.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 miles.
Not far. It's close. Or even like Fort Worth from this area, we're about
I'm gonna drive back into it.
15 miles to Fort Worth, 35 to Dallas. DFW Airport close by. I mean, got Alliance Airport. You got Texas Motor Speedway. It's about 8 miles up the road there off 35.
Yeah.
14.
Good about that.
I mean, that is not that. This is where they have a lot of medical places in this area. I've been to a few of these. This is a nice little assisted living place. It just recently opened. I heard some good things about it. I'll probably be there in a couple of weeks. My wife will keep me out of the house. Told me if I die, she's gonna put me in a hefty bag. I said, I think I won't care. No, she wouldn't do that. Now here's a nice home on the left. These are about, well, they're not very old.
No, and I don't know. I would guess 600,000 to 700,000 maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes. But this road here, they're actually talking about widening.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's on their website. Another road up goes into like Heritage Trace area, which is usually more like North Fort Worth. About 4 miles from here. Another road there called Ray White.
Yeah.
Park Vista, they're fixing to widen Ray White. They're trying to get to the bonds of Ray. Which they're going to need to. That area over there is growing towards the freeway, 35. Yet, where we're at, 35W is to direct. I learned to talk Sunday west, and 35E is for the left. That's Dallas. There's another nursing home there on the left there. It looks like they have an emergency. Everybody say prayers.
That's where I'll be in a few years. No, I can't.
I can. Well, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed this.
We'll take one last look. This is the Old Town Keller that we're going to drive up to. Old restaurants, antique stores.
It's nice, and these antique stores, a couple of these antique stores they got some great stuff. We might do a couple videos down the road in some of these antique stores. Right now, we're just trying to learn and get it all together. Any advice from anybody would be glad to take it. Other than killing ourselves, don't do that. We're not going to do that. I've had my life insurance long enough where I could probably get away with it.
They might say y'all just need to stop right now.
They might say, you can go ahead and stop now, man. You know what you're doing anyway. Go, dude, you had your lens cap on. You go, damn, I knew I had some. Nice little satellite area on the left. Got a lot of shops, restaurants. You'll see a chiropractor, flower shop, haircut, soccer, Halloween. Okay, I gotta go check that out. I know why I like Halloween so much. Because my brother. I had a brother who was born on Halloween. Unfortunately, he got in a car accident. We actually got a liquor store in Keller, 2 of them within the past 2 years. There was no liquor store. I remember this area used to be dry.
Not anymore, damn alcoholics.
Yeah. They had 3 elections, and they finally voted it wet. I told somebody one time, I said, okay, would you rather a drunk drive 1 mile to the store and 1 mile back, or would you rather drive 5 miles down the road and 5 miles back? I go, 1 mile? Okay. What you're doing now, you're about to have to go to another city. They're going to drive no matter what. You don't have much that kind of problem out here, though. Well, there's probably DWIs, or DUIs, as they prefer to call them now. Driving under the influence. Mine was driving while being an idiot. People are nice and friendly. People open doors for you. But this is Texas, okay? He will let you come into the lane to them.
Now this is the Old Town Keller.
Pawn shop, vet,
A few restaurants on the left side.
best paint and body place around. They're building this up too. Up here on the right, you'll see one of the antique places. Up there, right. On the left, got a couple restaurants, shop house over there. I've heard it's good, but it's out of my budget. There's a spy shop here on the left, got a health advisor. See all these just really old homes back in here. and they've converted them into businesses. It's really, really cool. Gold mines in there, that project, and always their dies, but it gets me. Oh, I've never seen that.
Check it out. That like music. Yeah, music.
I know. That's new. Wow. Here's mine. A lot of little places here. Here on the left, a lot of your old homes in the 70s and such. That church ain't from the 70s. Coming up here, let's see, there's a nice antique store called Memories. Up here on the right, at the corner. You ever been there?
No.
Check it out.
Never been in this one.
Yep. Right there.
Never been in here.
Check it out. We're going to go there and look around a little bit. But hey, we hope you enjoyed it. Any comments, any advice?
Anything you want specific
Yes.
videos of?
You want to count cats, donut shops, whatever. Any advice? Give us a like, subscribe please. All you got to do is push a button. It helps out a whole lot. Other than that, from Wall, y'all have a great day. And from
me, Greg. We'll see you on the road next time.
yeah, back to enjoy driving Texas. Later, guys.
Bye.
That's long enough. You never been this far?
I've been by it many times. I just never stopped.
I tried to buy that bill from the lady. She was something. This guy used to have a plantation house.